Higher Learning is a show about adults learning interesting facts while under the influence of marijuana. This show is filmed in Vermont, where it is legal to smoke. The staff involved in the show want to be clear that we do not support its use by those too young or where it is illegal to partake in such behavior. While this show doesn't show the usage of drugs or use coarse language, it is not intended for children. Parental discretion is advised. Now, let's get to the burning and learning. Welcome to Higher Learning, a class in disjointed education. This is the second half to our Star Wars May the 4th Be With You spectacular.
Today is the Revenge of the Fifth.
Did you end up wearing the other one last week, the Family Guy?
I wanted to wear my Family Guy shirt last week,
but it didn't happen.
but I'm a little too fat.
Yeah, and it's a little too small. Yeah.
I think I wore like a Punisher shirt or something.
Wow. Anyway, he does try to match his shirt with the topic sometimes.
Comment down below if I got the shirt right. I think I'm wearing a Punisher shirt last week.
Or comment down below if you have any interest in this show, just so that we know but anybody's watching.
That too.
Oh, trust me, I'm watching to see if it's being watched. So, last week I taught him 25 facts about Star Wars while he was high on edibles. And let's see how much of it he remembers this week. Or as I like to say, will he puff, puff, pass, or
puff, puff, fail?
Let's start the quiz. True or false? In the original draft of Star Wars, written in 1974, R2-D2 spoke English.
Correct.
So true?
Yeah.
Correct. You can't say correct because that's going to throw him off. I say if you're correct or not.
Correct.
The original... Shut up. The original concept for the end of Return of the Jedi had what character turning to the dark side? Was it Luke, Leia, or Han?
Luke.
Correct. Before Yoda was created by master puppeteer Frank Oz, they planned on using what to play the character of Yoda?
A monkey?
That is correct, sir. 3 for 3.
Well, I'll stop now.
You probably should. No. On the first day of shooting The Last Jedi, Carrie Fischer did what to Oscar Isaac more than 40 times? Kiss, slap, or kick in the knee?
Slap.
Correct. Boba Fett made his first appearance where?
Well, in some small town frickin' like... What's those things where you wear a costume and you walk? I can't think of the name of it. Not a marathon. A parade?
Yes.
He made an appearance in a parade.
Correct.
Because that counts.
I mean...
It doesn't. And
it was their reveal of the character before he was even in the Christmas special. Or holiday special. Which actor had his lightsaber engraved with a bad word?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Bonus points if you don't say the word. No. I think we all know what word Sam Jackson had engraved.
Something about that cat from Captain Marvel?
Sure. Which Star Wars actor has been banned from all Lucasfilm-associated events, which includes conventions and Star Wars celebrations? Was it Jeremy Bulloch, who played Boba Fett, David Prowse, who played Vader, or Kenny Baker, who played R2-D2?
I'm going to say, I don't know his name from Vader.
David Prowse? Yes. Which Star Wars... the Tunisian government received threats from dictator Muammar Gaddafi if they didn't remove a military vehicle from the Libyan border. The military vehicle was actually what?
It was something from Star Wars.
You're going to need to be more specific because so far you got 7 for 7. I'm not just giving you this one.
An AT-AT?
No, it was a Jawa sandcrawler.
Okay.
So got one wrong. Bodyguards had to protect Peter Mayhew from people hunting bears and searching the forest for what?
Bigfoot.
Correct. Sir Alec Guinness met a young fan who asked for an autograph and claimed he had seen Star Wars 100 times. He agreed to give the child an autograph on one condition.
Never watch Star Wars again.
Correct.
Because he's a bad guy.
There are several references to what movie throughout the franchise because George Lucas is friends with the director of this other movie. Was it references to Taxi Driver, The Deer Hunter, or The Godfather?
The Godfather.
Correct. Which boy band members have a cameo in Attack of the Clones? Was it NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, or 98 Degrees?
NSYNC.
It was NSYNC. Unfortunately, he got that one easier even if you didn't remember because we were watching a sketch from Saturday Night Live last night that referenced that, and it showed them all singing.
I didn't remember that either.
I mean, we just watched it last night.
Yeah, I didn't remember that.
Nobody says what word in Return of the Jedi. I don't know. Return of the Jedi, yeah. No, Return of the Jedi. There's one word that you would expect to be used in that movie that was never used once. What is it?
Force?
No. Ewoks.
Oh, okay. Oh.
They never say the word Ewoks.
Why would I expect that?
Because that's the movie where the Ewoks actually save the universe. Did you ever watch that movie? Like,
I try not to.
Officially in canon, it's Princess Leia, but in reality, it's the little furry dudes.
Well, originally it was supposed to be like a planet of Chewbacca's, but they couldn't find a bunch of 7 foot tall people.
That's why I didn't give you that fact, because I knew you knew that. The Irish island of Skellig Michael is filled with hundreds of friendly puffins. How were they dealt with for filming?
With very little CG to make them porgs.
Correct.
Not pogs.
No, not pogs. What doesn't Darth Maul do much in Phantom Menace due to actor Ray Park's contacts?
Okay.
He's wearing contacts, and that caused this thing. He
didn't blink much.
Right.
Okay.
Name 2 animals used in the audio mix for Chewbacca's growl. There's 4 that were listed. Just name 2.
Bear.
No.
Dog.
Also no.
Yeah.
Badger, lion, seal, and walrus.
That's dumb.
I mean, okay. Princess Leia could have been played by which sitcom star? Pam Dauber from Mork and Mindy, Cindy Williams from Laverne and Shirley, or Joyce DeWitt from Three's Company?
Laverne and Shirley.
Yes, Cindy Williams, correct. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan's communicator were actually created from a resin cast of what women's item?
Oh, a razor?
Yes. A Gillette Ladies Sensor XL razor, but I wasn't going to expect you to get all of that because...
I wasn't gonna.
Well, and that wouldn't have been fair. Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford partied with members of Monty Python and which rock band while filming The Empire Strikes Back? There are options if you need.
I'm going to need them.
Okay. Steppenwolf, The Grateful Dead, or The Rolling Stones?
The Rolling Stones.
That is correct. Revenge of the Sith almost had a 10-year-old version of which character from the original trilogy?
Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan was in the original.
Right. Like, I don't know what this would mean. Like, no.
Okay, Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3, was going to have a cameo of a 10-year-old version of a character.
From the original series.
From 4, 5, and 6. So not Obi-Wan, who was in all 3 of 1, 2, and 3.
Luke?
You dumb. Yeah, a 10-year-old Luke. He hasn't been born yet, but he's going to be in there.
Right. No answer makes
Han
sense.
Solo.
That's even dumber.
He got it wrong.
He doesn't matter until partway into the first movie.
I mean, he was doing stuff before the first movie.
And it didn't matter.
Well, I mean, it had its own movie.
And that didn't matter.
Jeremy Bulloch showed off his face as an Imperial officer, but he's better known as what other character? Boba Fett, Admiral Akbar, or Yoda?
Boba Fett.
Correct. In the original script, George Lucas called the character of Yoda by what name? What awful, awful name?
I remember. Something stupid. I don't have a guess.
Buffy.
Ah.
The small Polynesian island of Niue, 1,500 miles off the coast of New Zealand, is the only place on the planet where you can pay for goods and services using what?
Star Wars money.
Yeah, collectible coins with Star Wars characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. The average length of a screenplay is between 95 and 125 pages. The first screenplay Lucas turned in was approximately how long?
500 pages?
No, it was more than 200, but it was like around 200. But that's still almost double to almost double max. And the last question, what famous actor encouraged Mark Hamill to even audition for Star Wars?
Other options?
No, I will say he was first known for sci-fi, but now most people think of him as a horror guy. My dad knew him from a sci-fi thing, but horror is his main thing now.
I know I'm wrong, but Leonard Nimoy, because he's not in horror.
Right, so you knew you were wrong.
Because I don't have a guess. I'm just
Robert
saying
Englund.
something. Oh, okay.
He's the one that said, hey, go. Why would Leonard Nimoy be like, hey, go.
You said your dad knew him. I don't know what your dad knows.
Sure, but that wasn't really the point. The point was horror icon who would have told him, you should have just picked a horror actor. But, all right, so let's see. That's... And then... 72. You have... Puff Puff passed. All right. Next week, we're going to have a totally different topic. I'm not sure what it'll be about. Maybe, I don't know. We'll discuss it off air, but tune in next week to see him stoned off his behind trying to learn so that he can, again, puff, puff, pass, but most likely he'll...
Puff, puff, fail.